Hi, I'm Royce, and let's play some Pauper. Today we'll be looking at Mono Blue Delver, a popular tempo deck with a handful of creature threats that revolve around instants and sorceries. I started playing Magic Online and picked up this deck last week to play in the weekly Pauper Classic Tuesdays event, link in the description. After a quick deck tech, I'll show you my tournament run, where I explain my plays and wrestle with the clock. I love the speed and card draw of this deck, as well as the decisions that go into sequencing and leaving mana open for reactive plays. So let's jump into it and learn together. Here's the deck, and first of all, I want to give credit to Yugi Muto for the list, who took this to first place in the August 4th Pauper Challenge. So this looks like a pretty standard mono blue Delver deck if you've seen many of those, but I want to go over a couple of the interesting inclusions. Quick overview is obviously we're trying to just fill up the graveyard with instants and sorceries as quickly as possible to play out our Tolarian Terrors and our Cryptic Serpents for 1 or 2 mana, which is really backbreaking for the opponent if we can get this down on turn 3 or 4. Delver of Secrets is really easy to set up and turn into a turn 2 3/2 flyer, and then Murmuring Mystic is here for the greedier control matchups where you can resolve this and then just take over the game. I won't go over all the different cantrips here, but I'll go over a couple of the interesting interactions. This deck has interesting ways to play through a Brainstorm lock to make it even more powerful than other Brainstorm decks. Obviously, you can shuffle the deck with Lorien Revealed after playing Brainstorm to shuffle those 2 bad cards away, but this deck also allows you to mill away those 2 cards with our 7 copies of Mental Note and Thought Scour. And an interesting interaction between those 2 cards and a third one is you put a Deep Analysis back on the top of your deck and mill it, and then you get a 2 mana draw 2 instead of a 4 mana draw 2. We're on 3 other cantrips. The ratios are really your choice. I like a couple of Ponder for the ability to dig deep for a creature or land drop to make sure you can keep going and applying threats. And I like a Consider as sort of a midpoint between the Mental Note package and Ponder. It's a little bit more towards Ponder for its card selection. It's a little bit more towards Mental Note for filling up the graveyard, but not as powerful as either of those in either way. We're playing a ton of card draw with Deep Analysis and Lorien Revealed, so we will basically never run out of gas. That's not true, but we have a lot of gas, is what I'll say. We are playing 7 counterspells, 4 counterspells, and 3 Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is great. One interaction I came up with a lot is leaving an island open on turn 1 and Spell Piercing either their Relic of Progenitus or their Nile Spellbomb, which oftentimes spelled doom because they kept a bad hand that had a Spellbomb or a Relic in it and now they don't know what to do. Deem Inferior is great with all the card draw that this deck plays. Between our 4 Brainstorm, 2 Deep Analysis, 4 Lorien, and all the different cantrips. Oftentimes this is just a 1 mana 1-for-1 spot removal card that sends the card back to the deck. We can mill it away with Thought Scour if we're trying to be fancy, but under most situations you're not going to do that and you're just happy to have a 1 mana 1-for-1 creature removal. But unfortunately, unlike Boomerang, this does not hit the indestructible artifact land after Kenku Artificer has turned it into a flying creature. So if you are really annoyed by Kenku Artificer, that's one reason to play Boomerang over Deem Inferior. In the sideboard, we're playing 5 anti-artifact cards. Affinity is huge in the format. You have to expect that and have counterplay. And 2 of them, or 3 of them rather, are annuls, which can also hit Sadistic Glee against Glee decks, or it can hit Makeshift Munitions, which you sometimes see versus Affinity. We're playing 7 Blue Blasts for mono red and other red decks. I don't really need to explain this one. 1 Murmuring Mystic against other greedy decks. I like putting in a second copy in the mirror. And then 2 Dispel. I like this for more mono red hate, more affinity hate. Any deck that plays a lot of instants, obviously, you'll put this one in. It's nice to choke the opponent out of resources and interrupt their Deadly Dispute or the Reckoner's Bargain with a Dispel. So, that is the deck list. I hope you enjoy the games. I thought I did pretty well for my first MTGO tournament at the PCT weekly tournament here. Remember to like and subscribe and click the notification bell if you want to be alerted to new videos. Let's get to the games. It looks like we are getting started. Okay, so we are on the play. I see that we have opened with an island and a Delver. We've got a Spell Pierce, a couple of Thought Scours. There's another island. We definitely keep this. Okay, it is my upkeep. Let's pass through that. and we just will play an island into, I think, probably a blind Delver and pass the turn. So for next couple of turns, it really depends on what we pull off of the Thought Scours. So let's not consider that too much right now. Let's pay attention to their opening land. Hello, good game to you too. Thank you, Tiago. Okay, they're playing a swamp into a Wizard's Rocket. So this is looking like some kind of combo deck. It might be a Broodscale deck, so we'll keep that in mind. Yes, I will reveal. Okay, that's pretty nice. So we can just move into combat and attack. They could have a Snuff Out, perhaps. They do not. Okay, we will play an island and then hold up Lorien Revealed into Thought Scour. We also have Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is it's a pretty good turn for it. Okay, we are seeing a forest and a swamp, so this is a Golgari deck. Gotcha. I think that's a pretty good opportunity for a Spell Pierce. We can do that. It means we don't have it for a Broodscale or whatever they might be playing, but, you know, it's just efficient, and it's going to slow them down. We currently have 2 things in the yard. Let's move into attackers. Just get in for 3. The chip damage is nice. We'll play an island, and then we will... Do we fire off a single Thought Scour? We could go Thought Scour, Terror. It's pretty likely that that'll work. Let's try that. Pay 1. There's another Terror. Okay, so if we mill 1 instant or sorcery, then we can fire off a Terror here. We do not get there. Okay, so we'll just have Mental Note for the next turn, and then we can go double Terror. Pretty unlucky mills, but that's how it goes. So that means that they probably know that we were fishing for a Terror, based on how we just played that turn. Double Swamp plus Forest. They're going to their end step. Okay. Let's Mental Note ourselves. Oh, it's always ourselves. That's right. Okay. So, we're going to have a pretty good turn for here. They're not doing much yet. Let's go to combat. The Spell Pierce draw was quite nice. So that means we can go Terror, Serpent, Spell Pierce. We might do that. Let's do that. Well, let's consider our clock for a second. Just Terror and Serpent are sufficient to close out the game. If they remove the Serpent, then it won't be. Spell Pierce is still such a tempo loss for them that I think I want to hold up the Spell Pierce. It's kind of the last time when it's almost guaranteed to get some value. Wizard's Rockets, okay, so they get 2 mana in colors of their choosing. Got it. Oh, they are using a Deadly Dispute. I misunderstood that. So they have, does that mean they have 2 mana floating? No, not quite. That's not how Wizard's Rockets works. I think Wizard's Rockets has to sacrifice itself. Okay. So they don't get card draw. On to the next turn. We are almost out of stuff. We have some good draws, though. There's 1 Lorien in the yard. Okay, we win that one. Alright, so this is some sort of artifact-based deck. It's a combo deck. They are playing Wizard's Rockets, which to me says combo. I want Annuls, and I think I also want Steel Sabotage. I saw black and green, so no blue blasts in this matchup, but it might also be a Dispel game. I'm very willing to fight them on, it won't necessarily be Counterspell Wars, but to prevent their card draw, to prevent, what could they have? Prevent their card draw, to make them try to resolve multiple removals against my creatures, just to sort of overwhelm them. I don't know if I keep Deep Analysis in these matchups. I'm not sure if it's a Deem Inferior game. I might just split the difference and take 2 out. And then I kind of like trimming on a couple of the cantrips. And then we need to make 3 more cuts. They didn't actually see Deem Inferior that game. Wizard's Rockets makes me feel like it's not going to be that kind of deck. We could put them back in for game 3 if we have to. And then do we only play 1 Dispel, or do we take one of these out? I think I can take out a Counterspell. Okay, let's go. Because we brought in 7 more examples of counter magic, we can take 1 out. All in all, a good first game. I don't really know what they're playing. The cards that I saw were just Swamp, Forest, Ichor Wellspring, and Wizard's Rockets, and Deadly Dispute. So a lot of card draw, a lot of mana generation, in various different colors because of treasures. It could be some sort of gardens deck, I suppose. Okay, this is not keepable. No lands. Let's mulligan. Yet again, no lands. That's really unlucky. We go again. Wow, 3 no-landers in a row. Okay. If one of these had a land and I missed it, then my mistake. Okay, so we have Island, Lorien. We're going to need Brainstorm to get things going. We might have to play Lorien sort of off curve, but no, he won't. And then I don't think we can keep a creature. I think it's probably Thought Scour. Let's keep this, put back you, and you. So this is probably a loss. Done. This turn, or this time, they start with a Duress. Okay. So they probably take my Lorien, I would guess. Make me just miss my land drop. Okay, makes sense. Okay, we'll just play an island and pass. So we have the annul if we need to. Do we do it now? Yeah, I think I want to slow them down. I did top deck it. They didn't know I had that one. Let's see what I get. Cryptic Serpent. Okay. I think I brainstorm now to try to get a land drop. Okay, I got one. So this also will allow me to mill my deep analysis. Unfortunately, it also means milling a terror. I think what I do is I put deep analysis first, and then terror. And then I play an island, and then I thought scour during my upkeep, and then just burn this mana. Or sorry, not during my upkeep, after my draw. Let's do that. We've got 3 in the yard. They don't have a good deadly dispute target here. Another duress. Okay, let's just fire this off and mill a terror. Hopefully we will not give them a duress target. But if we do, then okay, no duress target. Nice. Currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the yard. So Serpent costs 2. Double Forest. Okay, it's a Broodscale deck. Gotcha. Broodscale with Wizard Rockets. We've got a lot of counter magic here, including some enchantment countering. Steel Sabotage is one of them. Very nice. No, that's not for enchantments. It is for artifacts. It's still pretty good. Okay, let's put some pressure on. And then next turn we have Deep Analysis for refill. Of course, they can kind of pop off whenever they want now. But we can get in the way of them making sort of like mana of various different colors with our Steel Sabotage by countering some choice artifacts, which is nice. Yeah, Rumble is okay. What do they find? They do find the Glee and a Snuff Out. So they probably take Glee, yeah. I can't do anything about that. So they are infinite right now. I could find a Deem Inferior, but I took them out. Unfortunately, I didn't get the other one. I didn't get the annul here. Okay. Let's always yield for now. Yeah, I'm not sure if I see a path through here. I mean, even if we just have to chump the Broodscale, I don't know if we can do that. Oh, we have to do it literally right now? Okay. Let's block. It's looking like a non-game here, but I'm going to play through it a little bit longer to get some knowledge. See if they show me any more cards. Second Broodscale, okay. Now what else can they do with colorless mana? No, their hand is empty. Okay. Alright, they had sort of the perfect cards there. And plus we mulled to 4. That's how it goes. We will mental note ourselves. And Lorien revealed. That's it. Okay, let's concede. So against Broodscale, let's consider this. They win with Glee. Okay. Do I want to go back up on Deem Inferiors? Now, if they actually combo off, Deem Inferior is sort of my way through. But I don't know if... I mean, then the other nice thing about it is if they just have to pre-play a Broodscale, then this is like a good way to interact with that. And I can actually also Deem Inferior Glee on anything, because it's any non-land permanent, although Glee will usually be on the Broodscale. So maybe I want some amount of these. I'm not sure what I take out then. I think I want Early Aggression. This only deals with instants. Maybe they don't have all that many of those. We'll take out Dispels. You know, it deals with their card draw, but I guess that's it. Let's submit. Okay, this time we are going first. Let's see if we have to mulligan. No, we don't have to. It's kind of a slow hand. Do we keep this? I'm tempted, but we're literally not doing anything. We can slow them down. I guess I keep. I don't know if it's right, but I'm afraid of running out of cards like last game. So let's just play an island, and then we probably don't island cycle. I don't know, that's going to be an interesting question. It does partially depend on what they are going to do here on turn 1. Do they turn 1 duress if we see a swamp? Okay, so it's not turn 1 duress, gotcha. Chromatic Star. Okay. I'm okay with Chromatic Star. I think maybe we're so far off of drawing with this that I think I'm going to island cycle it, even though we have so many islands. Okay, that's a really poor draw again. It's probably my mistake in keeping this and not taking a mulligan. Let's see what they do on 2. So this just filters. So they can wizard rockets, but they're not able to pay for it. I don't know about this one. I guess I spell pierce it. It's hard to say. Maybe I would rather get a wellspring or something like that, or like a deadly dispute. So they can filter that colorless into something else. Let's see if they go with like duress here. They do. Okay, you can have my 1 card. Enjoy it. So that just means that they feel very free to pop off. Okay, we can't quite play this. We can play it next turn. So they can play a Broodscale here. Okay, they rumble instead. That's good for me. I think they would play Broodscale if they had it. What did they reveal? Wellspring or Glee? They take the Glee. Okay. And they are sending that to the grave for what? For a swamp. Okay. We don't know right now if they have Broodscale. We'll pass through. Play an island, and if they... I can spell pierce their Glee, but then they can pay for it. Assuming they have a land. Still, I think regardless, holding this up is our best move. They don't know. They know I have 2 islands left. They don't know that I have a terror or a spell pierce. Let's remove these. Okay, they're passing through. That's pretty good news for me. Would they just play Broodscale if they had it? I don't know the answer to that. They didn't get a land drop. Maybe they're afraid of spell pierce. I think here I terror, holding up spell pierce. Hopefully they don't just outright have the Broodscale here. At least they can't attack with it if they do. Okay, they're going to sack that for what? For a swamp? Okay. They've got a duress. Do I spell pierce it? Yeah. So that tells me that they can probably combo here. Let's see if they still... Oh, I wasn't considering that they could still actually pay the tax. Okay, so I lose my Lorien. That was silly of me. That gives them some more sustain. I was just trying to prevent their Broodscale. That was a misplay, I think. This way we lose Spell Pierce and Lorien. Okay. So they don't have it, is what I'm learning. Deem Inferior is quite nice. There was an argument there to not playing the island. Yeah, that last turn was not so clean. Okay. Bloodright Invoker. Interesting. For 8 mana, drain 3. Okay. They can't do much with that right now. We're not going to be seeing a... Oh, what that means actually is if they can resolve Broodscale and win without attacking, so maybe I have to remove this. Let's see what we draw. A Thought Scour. Okay, that's a good start. What do we mill? A Null Tolarian Tear. Now we have Counterspell. That's very nice. So, they've shown that they don't really have Broodscale. I think what we do here is we might Deem Inferior this away and just swing in. Because if we leave it, they'll just win if they can do the Broodscale combo. Or I can counter the Broodscale combo when it comes down and then do this later. It's an interesting choice. I think I will just attack and hold my Deem Inferior and hope to counter the Broodscale. No blockers. Okay, they're just holding up the Eldrazi spawn. Gotcha. Because right now this is just a 3-1. I'm not too worried about it. They might attack with it if they're not even planning to use it to block. So here if they have Duress, then do I lose? So they duress. They would need duress and an untap land. Okay, they don't even bother to attack with Bloodright Invoker. That's good, I guess. Okay, what do we get? An island? We'll hold that one back. They don't play a land, which is very good for me. Let's see. They probably don't take a block. They've got another turn. We're not really putting sufficient pressure on them. Now do we shuffle away the Bloodright? It's really going to slow him down at this point. I think I want to, but then they're just going to Deadly Dispute it, I guess? It's weird. They're still choked out on mana for the Broodscale turn if I counterspell. So I think I'm going to chill. That hasn't changed. So they're considering if they want to Deadly Dispute? I mean, I don't see why not. Unless they just really want to preserve their spawn. But they could dispute their Tree of Tails, but they kind of need the Tree of Tails to cast Broodscale. This is an interesting one for them. Okay, they don't. Okay, still nothing. They move to discard. They discarded Deadly Dispute. That's really strange. I guess they feel like they need the Bloodright Invoker that much. Cryptic Serpent is nice. So here I can... So this is going to be 3, 2, 2. So I can play everything if I go Island. Let's just attack first. Force them to lose their spawn or their Invoker. That sped up my clock a bit. Okay, so now they Deadly Dispute, I guess. Tamiyo is safekeeping on the Bloodright Invoker. That's fine. And the nice thing about that is it also means I have to get 2 attacks in with a creature now. I think that's a good play by them. So now let's go ahead and play an island. We don't have the Deem Inferior anymore, which is interesting. But we'll play the Serpent, and then we've got Counterspell. They're still sort of choked on mana. That hasn't changed. Duress will still get me. I can't remember if this is the game where I Spell Pierce their Duress and they paid it, and then they discarded the Lorien. If so, I am still suffering for the lack of card advantage that I have due to that thinking. They don't immediately play a land. On this next turn, they have to block one of these. Or they could do another Tamiyo Safekeeping or something like that. Tamiyo Safekeeping is interesting. I wonder if they main deck those, because I think it's actually not that great against my deck. I don't have a lot of removal. I'm not sure if they ever saw Deem Inferior. We know they have a Glee in hand. It's been revealed. They're really choked on mana, which is hurting them. They don't want to be at 3 lands right now. I think they're struggling probably because this is the turn where they need to start making some real sacrifices to stay alive. They already sort of made one with a Tamiyo Safekeeping, I suppose. 3 mana for another Bloodright Invoker? I don't mind that. I really don't. That's not how I'm losing this game. They might be interested in double blocking one of my creatures here. I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. Let's see my draw. A Brainstorm? That's pretty nice. Is it though? So I swing in, they double block. They can't double block Tamiyo anymore. They double block. They go down to 2 or to 1. I think I'll attack. Right now I'm most comfortable just sort of holding up this Brainstorm like in the back pocket. Okay, they don't double block. Got it. So I get some damage through. So we're where we were before, but now they're within a swing again. I don't think there's much of an argument to brainstorming now. I'd rather brainstorm in response to something. Deem Inferior, I have plenty of mana to play it, so I don't really need to reduce it, is what I'm saying. I can pay 3 for that. I'm kind of wondering if we'll get to the point where they have to block with a Bloodright Invoker, and then they're able to combo off with Broodscale even through my counterspell, but I'll just be able to bounce it, and they won't really be able to close the game. They'll just be able to make a big guy. Ooh, Duress is very interesting here. Okay, so in response to Duress, let's see if we can find like a... Do I counterspell Duress? I can't counterspell Duress. Then they get me. What do I do here? Do I brainstorm in response? I guess so. I mean, I'm okay just showing them Deep Analysis and letting them discard it. They're not going to do that. Let's tuck the Cryptic Serpent and the Lorien revealed. And then I have nothing. That's really unfortunate. Does it make sense to counterspell right now? Yeah, this is an awkward situation for sure. But if I just counterspell the Duress, then they just pop off. Okay, we'll tuck these. We probably lose here, I would guess. They just need a Broodscale. Versus this, I should have used a Deem Inferior last turn. That was probably a mistake to not use Deem Inferior last turn. Because if they had gone with... If they'd comboed off with Broodscale this turn, after I tucked the Bloodright Invoker, then they couldn't win right away. Would they have enough blockers? They might have enough blockers anyway. I'm not sure. Oh, the problem actually is they can't... They don't have a way to make that first spawn. That's the awkward part. like they can Broodscale here. Okay, yeah, okay. I feel really good actually. So now they're forced to block with both of these, and I have the Deem Inferior for the win. So I should be able to close it here. I don't think there's anything they can do at instant speed with colorless. So let's just deep analysis, Deem Inferior, win. Okay, we got there. They have one blocker versus my two big guys. Just don't skip my combat step here. Pretty lucky there for me that they were choked out on mana for the whole game. But I guess the luck balances out. Okay. Alright, we are going into round 2, this time versus Fred Hawk. Good luck. Have fun. He is playing first. We will keep starting with what? A geothermal bog? Okay. Black-red? Some sort of Jund? Some sort of graveyard deck, I guess? Red-black, okay. So let's go ahead and play an island, and during the end step, we probably want to Thought Scour here. We have plenty of islands. We will just pass through. Okay. That is... do I Lembas here? It's interesting. Or, sorry, do I Spell Pierce here? I think I might. We'll just Spell Pierce the Lembas. Now we have Island into Thought Scour and Island Cycle, or into Counterspell. Looks good. We're probably going to cast this Lorien Revealed, especially if we can hit one more land drop. An Ichor Wellspring. Do I dig for another Spell Pierce? Do I counterspell this? I kind of want to slow them down here. I don't know if this is correct. Okay, so far we've only seen colors, but we've seen black, red, black. Okay. Forest. We're just gonna Thought Scour here. I think I Thought Scour now. Okay, we mill a Brainstorm and a Thought Scour. This costs 2. We can just play it. I think that's worthwhile. We'll just play a Terror. And we'll pass. We've got plenty of ability to clear the way with Deem Inferior. We might just be playing a Deem Inferior for 3. Okay, they're going to cycle. Got it. They've missed 2 land drops, actually. I didn't notice that. They've been looking for a land for 2 turns. They're going to snuff out and pay the ward. Okay. That's fine. That's gone. So it's a snuff out deck. They're playing Troll. It's kind of looking like some sort of Reanimator deck. Island. Play the Serpent. Now we're sort of out of card draw unless we can draw with this Lorien Revealed, which might be challenging. We'll see. We haven't milled an island, which is nice. We managed to keep them off lands for a couple of turns, which is pretty nice. Now they've got an Ichor Wellspring. Okay. Are they going to pass? They don't pick up a land. Good. Okay. We will island, attack, and then draw 3. We've got a 2-turn clock right now. Ideally, we would want to pair this Lorien Revealed with Deem Inferior, but we're pretty likely to get card draw with... Okay, so they snuff out again. Makes sense. We're going to get lots of refill. It's okay. Cast it. Alright, pass. We need some proactivity. They have gotten through 2 of our creatures. We've got 11 more in the deck. So far, we're just seeing kind of hard control from them. Reckoner's Bargain. Okay, so they probably are going to hit another land drop. They heal the 2, which does matter. Okay, they hit a landscape. Gotcha. So they have Cast Down. They have Deadly Dispute. Okay. Murmuring Mystic is very nice here. We'll start with an island. Play the Mystic. We've got Counterspell backup. So we're going to hold up this Counterspell and then maybe Mental Note during our upkeep. Counterspell. They're full of removal. Got it. Right now it's looking like D-Spell is going to be a good option to sideboard in. Maybe another Murmuring Mystic as well, because it just seems to be a pretty greedy deck. We need to outgreed them. Deem Inferior is currently doing nothing. They're on 5 mana. They Lembas, okay. Trying to pick up more removal, I guess. They hit their land this turn. Nice, nice. Murmuring Mystic lives another day. That's very good for me. This could be, it doesn't look like it's Broodscale, but it could be. They've got the landscape. Let's start with a Mental Note and see what we find. Always yield to this. Just pitch 2 islands. Okay, that's not doing much. We don't have a lot to do this turn, so let's just attack for 2. and then I will play an island. Alright. So we're sort of out of gas, unfortunately. We don't have anything. We can't respond with a Deem Inferior. This Deem Inferior does not seem like the play for this game. I think we're going to be sideboarding that out. They're on 5 mana still, but they do find their land drop. They can Eviscerator's Insight. That's only on an artifact, right? An artifact or creature, so they don't have an Eviscerator's Insight. Plus it costs 6, right? Crypt Rats, got it. Okay, so they can sweep my birds, but not my Murmuring Mystic right now. This is going to be a good target for a Deem Inferior, I think. And a Lembas, okay. Okay, I will pass. What do I get? An island. Okay, let's just Deem Inferior for 3. They probably set this off once to kill the 2 birds that I have. They're out of mana. They can't do it even if they want to. Okay, we declare attackers. I forgot that it was my turn. Let's keep hitting my land drops and pass. Where did they put the Crypt Rats? Second from the top, got it. So here if they have removal for the Murmuring Mystic into Crypt Rats after that, it's pretty good. They could Eviscerator's Insight here, sacking the Lembas. They just go Chrysalis? Okay. I have Deem Inferior for that. I wonder if they're going to shuffle their deck with the Lembas. I mean, they are pretty low, which is nice. Let's draw first. There's no reason not to. I mean, the reason not to would be refill for after they Crypt Rats. I think I should just Deem Inferior this and hold the mental note. They're going to Crypt Rats and wipe the... Currently, they can't wipe the Murmuring Mystic unless they also get a land. That's the problem. And then if they do that, they're taking a lot of life. They're going to go down to like 1. Let's mental note. I don't know. Let's mental note. Not sure if we should save it. Okay. Spin this. I really need... oh, I've got a Deep Analysis in the graveyard. How long has that been there? Oh, I just milled it. That's good. That's good. Okay. Why are they doing that? They're getting rid of blockers? Are they going to spend that mana on like an Eviscerator's Insight? They don't have enough for that. Deadly Dispute? Fanatical Offering? Okay. That's fine. We've got Crypt Rats in hand. So now I guess I just attack with 4. Attack with all. They probably block 1. They should block 1. If they don't, okay, they have Defile. Got it. So that punished me for not using Deep Analysis right away. Okay. I wonder if they play Bajuka Bog. They might. Let's just crack the Deep Analysis right now. Could play a land. They're going to shuffle their deck. Okay, so they're not going to get the Crypt Rats back, I think. Oh wait, no, they drew it off the Fanatical Offering. They've got the Crypt Rats in hand. They're using that to get some healing. That makes sense. All right, we can hold up Counterspell for the Crypt Rats and pass. We don't have anything else relevant in the graveyard, right? Haunted Mire. This is green. They could have initiative. This is a red, black, green deck. Interesting. Crypt Rats. I think I want to counter that because it only costs them 1 life to wipe my board. Do they find another? Another Rising... Okay, Writhing Chrysalis. Makes sense. So we're getting in for 4 life right now. There is a Terror in the Grave and another Terror and a Serpent. Okay. So we still have a lot of creatures left in our deck. Not that many lands. Only 5 lands left. Delver? Delver's okay. Let's just move right to attackers. Let's see if they have a Defile here. I think we've seen that they run it. Let's just attack with all. Push 4. Spinning Darkness. Oh, that's quite good. Okay, they block 1. They go down to 9. Pretty good for them. I think they might have turned the corner here. We'll just play the Delver. They only have 1 card left in hand, which is nice, but they can use a map token. I never remember what Explorers does, but I think that gets them a new card. So yeah, Deem Inferior was really not the move into this deck. They don't have a lot of chunky threats we want to be removing. They do have Crypt Rats. They do have Writhing Chrysalis. We found some ways to use it, but I think I would rather Defile. They keep that, surely. So we really need Lorien Revealed or Deep Analysis. There are... Can I expand this? Fanatical Offering on a spawn, I guess. There's 1, I think there's only one Lorien revealed in the grave. There's the Bajuka Bog. Okay, that's pretty rough for me. But I really needed card draw anyway. I'm not really constrained on mana, so maybe it's not that rough. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not happy to see it. So they reveal a Colony Garden. Okay. So in their hand, they have a Colony Garden, they have a Defile. Defile right now is dealing 6 damage. Okay. Let's try. Are they going to Defile in response? Yes, I will reveal Ponder. It's pretty good. It's a very good card. Okay, so I can swing in and hit for 3. Actually 2. They block the Insectile Aberration. I kind of want to do it, but I think I would rather look for a Deem Inferior. Or like card draw into Deem Inferior. What are they doing? They're defiling. Okay, that's fine. It's not a problem. They're doing that now before I can pick up a counter spell. Makes sense. Brainstorm. Brainstorm into mill the lands is actually pretty reasonable. So I think I go here, here, here? No. Brainstorm, mill the lands. We've got the Lorien reveal. That's very nice. Here. Mill 2. Now I'm really looking for another Deem Inferior. I think I don't know how many I've used. I'm not going to look at it right now. I guess I will. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 2 Deem Inferior. Okay. Let's try our luck. No Deem Inferior. I could Brainstorm. I could look for a Terror. Spell Pierce is not doing much right now. Let's try to Brainstorm again. I could Lorien reveal during my upkeep if I need to. There's the Deem Inferior. Nice. I don't think I've played a land this turn. So let's put back, what do we want to shuffle away? Definitely Spell Pierce and the other Brainstorm. So Brainstorm is on the top. I think we draw that first to try to flip this Delver. Put this back. As far as we know, they don't have another Crypt Rats right now. Okay. So they're shuffling first, I think just because. I think that just they have a window to do it. There's not like really a reason. So let's play this Delver. We are tapped out, and then we will swing for 3. And then we have the Lorien revealed as backup, which is nice. There's no Deep Analysis in the graveyard. Okay. 19 cards still in deck. I kind of doubt we'll deck out, although it is possible. Currently, they are dealing with 6 power worth of flyers. If they don't have any cards, we know they have a Colony Garden. I think they already spent this Defile. Avenging Hunter is not going to help them if they have Avenging Hunter. Eviscerator's Insight? Okay, that'll help. What do they sack? Probably, I think it was like a map or an artifact land or something? I'm not sure. Okay, I don't have any response. So now that I've got Colony Garden and 4 unknowns, they've got 4 mana to play with. Crypt Rats would get me. They've got the other Chrysalis. Okay, that's fine. There's the Colony Garden. Here, let's try to find another Deem Inferior, which would win me the game. There's one more left in the deck, I think. That's going to be a Brainstorm. We'll take that. We'll just play through the Brainstorm lock. Yes, let's reveal. And we will just play the Lorien reveal, draw 3. There's the Deem Inferior. That'll be the win. Nice. We got there. I thought that was a loss for sure. They could still have a Spinning Darkness, but we have Spell Pierce for that, actually. Okay. Swing for 6. Okay, nice. Let's sideboard. Okay, we used a lot of time there. We used over half of our time on game 1. I think this is a Dispel game. I saw some artifacts, but not a high amount. Murmuring Mystic is alright, but it does kind of get got by Crypt Rats. We have Blue Elemental Blast and Hydro Blast. The red spells that I remember seeing, it was honestly just the Writhing Chrysalis. I can't remember if there was anything else. I think they might have played a Lembas at some point. I'm pretty sure they did. But they might be bringing in like Relic of Progenitus. They might be bringing in like Relic of Progenitus. They might be bringing in Nihil Spellbomb. So that might be enough to bring in some Artifact Hate. This also deals with enchantments. What enchantments do they have? I'm not really sure. Maybe just Steel Sabotage? Technically, I could bounce an Artifact land or something like that. I guess I'll do it. This might be wrong. And then do I bring in Murmuring Mystic because it's a greedy matchup? I guess I will, even though they've got the Crypt Rats. Stuff that I take out, I guess I will take out some amount of counter spells. Oh, some amount of Deem Inferiors for sure. It helped me that game, but I think it's not amazing. And then let's just take out like a Consider. And we'll run it. They're moving first. Let's see what happens. They will choose to play first. For me, I have Island into Delver. I've got D-Spells and Steel Sabotage. They mulligan to 6. I think I'm gonna keep, honestly. They mulligan to 5. Okay, that's pretty good. Especially against a slow sort of card advantage deck. So this is a game where I kind of want to press my advantage. Unfortunately, I haven't started with a hand that is good at that. This is more of a reactive hand, except for the Delver. But this deck has a way of chewing through a lot of its cards, seeing a lot of the deck, so maybe I'll have time to do something. Hail Spellbomb? Okay. That's actually unfortunate, because they played it on turn 1, so I don't have the chance to counter it. Okay. Now, at least I wasn't really filling up the graveyard that fast anyway. This just gets got by a... what's it called? By the Defile, and then I don't really have anything I can do. I think I actually hold. I Mental Note during the end step, and then I have Delver plus Dispel. And I know they have graveyard removal, but I think I kind of have to do things like play Mental Note. We've got a Lembus. Okay, I will Steel Sabotage that. We will counter. Okay, so already the Artifact Hate is doing something. That's nice. So we play a land. Now we don't have... oh, we still have backup for the Delver. We just didn't have... we spent the Steel Sabotage, not the Dispel. So this is fine. Yep. Okay. So what I'm going to ideally do... kind of make it awkward for them to activate the Heal Spellbomb, like represent other threats. I wonder if I still Mental Note during the end step. It depends if they have a black mana available. I think that I... oh, they missed a land drop. That's great. So I think that I just pass. We'll see if this flips. Yes, I will reveal that. Looks pretty good. Okay, now I have the... they can't defile this anymore. So we will just attack. We have defile or dispel for cast down. And then I will... I'm not going to really easily get out of Cryptic Serpent. I think I just pass. Dispel. Let's see if they find another swamp. Because if they don't, then they... okay, they snuff out. Do I Mental Note now? I think I do. Try to pick up a Spell Pierce. I guess the question is, what else am I doing? No, that's not a good reason. We'll let them snuff out. And then let's see if they tap out, so they can't actually draw off the Spell Bomb. We can make it so they are not able to use their black mana to draw with it. Duress. That's fine. They probably take the Lorien Revealed, I would guess, to get in the way of my land drop. No, that was wrong. I should have cycled the Lorien Revealed to not really give them the option in response. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. So let's see. Here, do they need to pay black for this? They do. Let's Mental Note. And then here, they're probably going to crack the Spell Bomb afterward during my upkeep. Yeah, it makes sense. At least they can't draw off of it. An island. Okay, that's very nice. So I can probably just play a Mystic here and pass. And now I'm just playing off the top, really. But they have 2 lands. They're kind of out of stuff. They have 2 unknowns right now. One of them is not a land. A Duress again. Okay, I don't have anything this time. They're just getting in the way of my Murmuring Mystic. Sounds good. Okay, let's see what we get. Deem Inferior. Okay, that's not going to do much. I think I just attack and play a Delver, actually. I don't see why not. Delver gives them a Defile target, I suppose. That's fine. So we've seen 2 Duress, so this Deem Inferior is unlikely to get discarded. So I should be at 5 lands right now. I'm going to stop thinking about that. It's not necessarily useful, but okay. So maybe they just have 2 expensive things. Got it. Let's see. Do we flip? We do not. We will not reveal that. This Murmuring Mystic is not doing a lot, unfortunately. So we've got 5 lands. It should be 6. Okay, I'm going to stop. Let's do some combat. Let's see if they snuff out on the Murmuring Mystic. It wouldn't be bad. They do? Okay. Got it. So that means if we manage to flip the Insectile Aberration, then we are putting some major pressure on the opponent. It puts them on a 3-turn clock on its own. Do they find a land? They do? Okay, nice. Nothing to do with it. Could be a Crypt Rats or something, I suppose. Not sure all the different things it could be. Could be a, probably not a Troll of Khazad-dûm. Could be though. Yes, I'll reveal Mental Note. Nice. Okay, so that flips. Very good. Let's just first move to attackers. Go. No blocks. Okay. Now we will Mental Note and probably play a Serpent. We don't quite get there. We will Ponder. Pick up Brainstorm, Ponder, Spell Pierce. I think I pick up another Ponder. It's kind of awkward. I guess I just fill up the graveyard. No, don't use the ability. Ponder. Do I just play a land? I think this order is fine. Say go. Okay. So against a file, they can destroy my creature. Cast down, they cannot unless they also pick up a land here. 2-0. Okay. Really tight first game. The second game, they just really couldn't get anything going. Okay, we are starting up round 3. I won the dice roll. I will choose to go first in this case. I think I lost the last 2 times. Let's figure out mulligans. We have 2 islands, 2 delvers, Spell Pierce, Thought Scour, Lorien Revealed. I think this is kind of everything we could ask for with the exception of creatures, but I think that's okay. We've got delvers to help us get there. Let's go ahead and keep. And then I think I just go turn 1 delver. They mull to 6, okay. So against a mull to 6, I definitely want a more aggressive start, so I think that delver on 1 makes a lot of sense. There is some reasonability to going Lorien Revealed to pull an island out of the deck and make the delver more likely to flip blindly. With just 2 islands in our starting hand, I think that's fine. Or if I said I wanted to Lorien Revealed on the end step, what I meant was during my upkeep in response to the delver trigger. Let's see what they're on. They did mull to 6. I feel like it's sort of hard to play turns out mentally ahead of time with this deck. They go to end step, got it. So if they let me untap, then I can Spell Pierce. Let's not do the Lorien thing. I would rather keep the island up so they can't, so I have Spell Pierce up. Let's not reveal that. It's unfortunate. That seems to give credence to maybe I should have just used the island cycle, but that's how it goes sometimes. Let's go ahead and attack. Now, Mountain into Nothing is interesting. This might be mono red just with a bad start. Maybe they've got like, yeah, they're paying costs. Lava Dart, Flashback, sacrifice a mountain. I think I'm happy to Spell Pierce this. Like, I know they can do it again, but it's okay. Let's see. I think I just play the second Delver here. Kind of keep the pressure on at this point. Oh, we're still in attackers. That's fine. They can definitely still kill this if they want to go down a land, but it's going to be hard for them to do that. So Lava Dart is telling me this might be some sort of Hot Dogs deck. Hot Dogs meaning a Kiln Fiend combo deck. Red and black. Okay, it is Kiln Fiend. Got it. So Deem Inferior, I think, is pretty nice. Here, they've got the Lava Dart. They can Lava Dart me in response to one of my Delver triggers, for sure, if they want to. Here, I think I will do the Lorien Revealed thing, just to increase the chances a bit. Let's take an island. Okay. We will not reveal an island. Man. Okay. So here they actually kind of stave off my aggression a little bit, which is funny. So let's go ahead and island Thought Scour ourselves. See what we find. Okay. We've got to consider. We can do that during the end step. Currently there are 5 instants or sorceries in the grave, so our creatures are going to be pretty cheap. They're going to be 2 mana. Let's hope they can't kill me here. No attackers? They might have gotten just enough here. Now I think this deck plays Apostle's Blessing, which just costs 1 generic and then a Phyrexian. They've got another Kiln Fiend. That's interesting. They don't attack because they're afraid of a double block. That's very interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and consider. Murmuring Mystic. I think I'll keep that. I can play it here if I don't get something better. Here's hoping. Yes, we'll reveal that. So in response to the second trigger, I noticed they're not lava darting, which means they're holding that for lethal. We'll reveal that. Okay. So here what we really want is, I think something for the team or battle rage. I think we'll start by attacking. And we're not going to do Mystic this turn. We might be putting ourselves in a little bit of trouble by not leaving out blockers for these, but usually they're going to want Trample is the thing. Okay. But, you know, maybe that's incorrect. I don't really want to just slam a Mystic into one of those. I think I'll mental note now. I might be playing this matchup incorrectly. I've only seen like some streamers play it. Okay, Lorien revealed means I'm not going to island cycle this, I don't think. Unfortunately, we don't have interactions, so we're just kind of shields down here. Okay, they're cycling. That's good. That's good news for me. This is interesting. I don't know if I usually see this deck as Rakdos. Maybe I do. Another Kiln Fiend. So they've got a lot of creatures. Got it. That's not really where they want to be, I don't think. So we'll just take the... Probably 2, unless they Lava Dart me. But it seems like they would rather save that. Okay, they do. So this is sort of awkward, because now my best play is still just kind of playing the Mystic. So maybe I should have just done that last turn instead of Mental Note. I was trying to draw into some sort of interaction. Here we've got Spell Pierce. That's very good. Spell Pierce is very good. So I think what this means is that I just go... I swing for 6. I island and Mystic with Spell Pierce backup. I don't think I'm drawing here. So let's just enter combat. I don't think it makes sense to hold up one as a blocker because they could just respawn to the blocks with all of their activators for their Kiln Fiends. Right now, I am the aggro, but they're not an aggro deck. They're a combo deck, you know, so that's what gets you. Regardless, let's do the best we can. We'll play a Murmuring Mystic. I am very afraid. Right now, they have minimum 1 spell that they can activate in their graveyard, and they certainly have more than that. They're doing more cycling. That's really good news for me, actually. They're not spending all of their mana just to kill me. And also the nice thing here is even if I don't Spell Pierce, Sulphurous Mire. Okay. So they're, yeah, black and red. Even if I don't Spell Pierce, I can probably Lorien Revealed into a land and then still have a Spell Pierce next turn. What does this do? Target creature gains Trample and gets plus X plus O until end of turn, where X is 1 plus the number of cards named Ancestral Anger in your graveyard. So it gets Trample. I think I Spell Pierce this card just because it gives it Trample. I don't really want to deal with that. There might be better targets for me to hit here, but this is a pretty good one for them that also is going to essentially replace itself. Let's see here. Are they going to swing in with Kiln Fiends? If they do, that means they think they can win. Currently, they can push 14. I've got to block this and this. Oh, interesting. They leave one back. That's very strange. I think what I do now is I just block here, and then I have 7. Oh, but then they can Lava Dart me? Got it? That makes sense. But then that's a Lava Dart kind of wasted for them on their combo turn. So I think I move to my blockers. And then I just block with this, leave this. Oh, they just Lava Dart right here, and they do push some damage. Makes sense. And then this dies. That's fine. This Murmuring Mystic is not going to get a lot of value if I'm just using Lorien Revealed. I'm probably just going to play 2 spells. So they Lava Dart my bird. Or my face, I suppose. Yep, makes sense. Okay, there goes my Murmuring Mystic. Let's see what I get. An island. Okay. Let's go... Lorien Revealed. Well, let's attack first, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, no, I skipped through it. That's my mistake. Okay, well, now we have blockers, I guess. Makes sense. It doesn't, but, you know. I keep making that mistake today. It's not a good one. We have an island into a terror. It's a blocker, I guess. Maybe we just try to block down, get them to run out of things. And then maybe they can't kill us. They don't have trample. That's my hope. Maybe this was correct. Who's to say? The thing is, if I swing out, then they've got 3 of these. And they're swinging in for 12, so maybe this was accidentally the right play. I should make misplays more often. Gotcha. And I think it's kind of hard for them to win with just a single trample one right now. It's possible. 2 mana. What are they doing for 2? I have no clue, actually. Highway Robbery? Okay. They've got 1 mana left. I'm happy to block down and lose all my creatures. Lava Dart would not be crazy here, because they would need Lava Dart and a land. Specifically a mountain. So they are discarding. Okay. You discard a Sulphurous Mire. Okay, they're not discarding a Lava Dart. That's good for me. So I think it's actually a little bit challenging here if they don't swing in. Maybe. Because then that makes me wonder what I should do. I don't know. Maybe that's good for me. Maybe I guess it means that in that case they would have wasted the highway robbery trigger per se. I gotta watch my clock, but my clock is closer to them this time, so I'm not super worried about it. They've definitely got some interesting turns. I wonder if they're counting. I think it mainly just makes sense for them to count if they've got a mountain that they can play. Maybe they're considering whether they should attack and like force blocks. Simian Spirit Guide, gotcha. They've got an Exhume, okay. What are they exhuming? A troll? Do we have anything to exhume? We do not. Okay, unfortunate. So if they're trying to swing out, though, and win the game with troll, I don't know if that's going to work. Oh, I got my Murmuring Mystic. I didn't even notice that I had that. That's amazing. That's great. Chump blockers for days, baby. I thought I didn't have any creatures in the grave. I forgot that I blocked with a Murmuring Mystic and a bird. Okay, I'll happily block out. Move to blockers. Okay. So they lose 3 of their Kiln Fiends, which is very hard for them. End step. Okay, nice. So are we going to brainstorm? I think we start with a Ponder. Interesting. Let's start with a Ponder. Okay, so we can get Cryptic Serpent, Brainstorm, Island. We can go Cryptic Serpent, Terror. Block the Troll with Serpent, Terror, Bird. They kill Terror, Bird. And we still have a Brainstorm. I guess that makes sense. I think I want to get the Island. Let's do it like this. I'm not exactly counting here. I'm not sure if it fully matters. We'll play the Island. We'll play a Brainstorm. We'll get another bird. There's a Brainstorm. Oh, we can Deem Inferior back to the deck. That's pretty good. And then we just play our Terror. Yeah. I should always yield to the Murmuring Mystic. I forgot about that. I think they honestly put themselves into a worse situation by exhuming, actually. Okay, swing for 1. Nice. Now Serpent will kill him. I think we got there. They ran out of steam. Very good. These are all nail biters, man. I can't think of anything they can do here. Okay. Let's sideboard. So, we've got 7 Blue Blasts for the deck, which is awesome. I think that Dispel is also pretty good. You want to be using this on their creatures for sure. Deem Inferior is okay. We can use this to get their stuff off the board. We're not really worried about things with haste. I don't really know what to take out in a matchup like this. I guess just our counterspells. These counterspells are better than the counterspells we naturally run. So maybe we just take out these. Take out Spell Pierces. We take out, I usually take out like a Consider. Take out 2, because Counterspell is not amazing, because they still get the Kiln Fiend triggers. That's the problem here. So maybe in that case I do this, and then bring Consider back in. I don't know. Then we don't have an answer to Troll of Khazad-dûm very easily. But do we need one? I don't know. It's kind of hard for them to get to that amount of mana. I guess they can exhume it. They're going to be playing Red Blasts. What do I want to counterspell? Let's just try it like this. The opponent is considering a mulligan. They will play first, or they were considering who goes first. Our hand, we must mulligan, unfortunately, because we've got a Blue Blast. They mulligan to 6, we will mulligan as well. Okay, that looks better. We've got lands, we've still got a Blue Blast. I like it. I think I might put back a land here. I've got Brainstorm, and I can mill the stuff I don't want. They mulligan to 5. That's rough. Let's keep this and put away a land. So I think Kiln Fiend is a 1-drop, so they could definitely Kiln Fiend on 1. But you know, I can always... It actually doesn't make sense to counterspell, or to counter Kiln Fiend necessarily when I could Blue Blast it. I know they have Apostle's Blessing. I wonder if they're gonna... Oh, they mulligan to 4. That's really unfortunate. That's really, really rough for them. I guess that's how this deck goes. They play like 8 creatures, like that they actually want to play as creatures. They're struggling. So here we're just gonna go Island, pass for sure. So if they're mulling down to 4 in this kind of deck, I think they are dropping probably some protection. They are... Let's just see here if they've got the turn 1 Kiln Fiend. They do not. Okay, interesting. So if they don't have it, I feel like they would have mulled down to a Kiln Fiend, unless they just felt like they could not go down to 3, which is understandable. So let's play an Island. And then here I think we can just start putting pressure on them. That'll be fine. We don't need to do anything on turn 2 necessarily. They're gonna Red Blast this. Troll? Okay, makes sense. Hit their land drops. Sounds good. We've got the Brainstorm Deem Inferior combo, which is nice. We also have the Brainstorm Delver Flip. So if them playing a creature here would actually be very good for me because I would be able to pair the Brainstorm and the Deem Inferior together, which is perfect for my mana. Okay, they do it. Oh, and Kiln Fiend is a 2-drop. Makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna Deem Inferior this. So we go upkeep, Brainstorm, pitch back 2 things, play an Island, Deem Inferior that. We're attacking for 3. Okay. Oh, and I couldn't counter it anyway. I always forget that. Nothing during their end step, but upkeep, stop. Yep, that was weird. Here. And then let's just show them this Deem Inferior because we're about to use it. So we'll send back a Lorien revealed, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Lorien, Deem Inferior. Draw the Deem Inferior. Yes. Pay the 1. And they put it second from the top. Makes sense. So that's going to slow them down. Let's swing for 3. I think we've got them locked out here. It's really rough that they had to mull down to 4. It's very difficult to play through that. It's easy for some combo decks, but I think not this one. Because they need all of their triggers. If they only have like 2 triggers, they're not making enough of a big impact. Let's see if they have their land drop. They don't? Okay. So they have a Kiln Fiend here, and they have a Kiln Fiend next turn. Makes sense. So let's just... okay, we're already flipped, so let's go to our draw. Okay, makes sense. We knew that that was there. I think I will just swing 3. Should I kill this right now so they don't even get Apostle's Blessing value? That's actually... that's possible. That's possible. So let's go ahead and Lorien first. I'm just going to do this during main phase 1, I guess, so I don't forget, or something like that. Blue Blast, cast it, destroy a red permanent here, and then I will swing. And then I can either Mental Note on their turn, or I can Blue Blast their Kiln Fiend, if they play 1. They cycle the Troll, okay. They get regular Swamp, so they can just play the Kiln Fiend, I suppose. They've got Swamp, play the Kiln Fiend. Oh wait, no, they shuffled. But they drew this first. I guess. Yeah, we'll Blue Blast this so we don't have to worry about Apostle's Blessing. Okay. Let's go. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the grave, so let's Mental Note into Terror. See if we can hit our land drop. We don't. It's okay. Let's just play the Terror for 1 and go to attackers. They are on a clock. I've got Deem Inferior if they play another Kiln Fiend. They would have to Apostle's Blessing it in the defense. 4 lands. Nothing to do. Let's just use our mana, I suppose. We will Thought Scour us. Hydroblast, Mental Note. Okay. A lot of cantrips. Another Blue Blast. Excellent. I think I do nothing. I just hold up the Blue Blast. I attack. Yeah, so this is a very, very rough draw for them into a very reactive sideboard from me. Okay. We got it. It's a 2-0, I believe. Okay, and we are starting round 4. Looks like I lost the dice roll, so I am going second most likely versus Mighty Phoenix. Right now we're 3-0, so we are pretty likely to hit top 8 even if we lose this one, but just for better seeding, let's go ahead and try to win it, of course. This looks like a keep to me. We've got a decent number of lands and a cantrip. We can consider looking to find most likely another cantrip. I am going to, let's say they begin the game with 7. I'm going to keep as well. Good luck. Okay, Rustvale Bridge. So this might be Mardu. Okay, a lot of islands. That's not really what we need, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and just play an island and pass through to the end step. We will surveil during their end step. That's pretty much the only thing we can do. We're not really holding up multiple things here, and we're not holding up Spell Pierce, none of that. Thraben Inspector. Okay, still looking like Mardu. They play their creature before playing a land. That's interesting. So maybe they don't have a land? They do. Okay, Abraded Bluffs. So this is the artifact land. Got it. Oh, it's not artifact, actually. It's just a land desert. Okay, makes sense. Here we want to find a cantrip. That's not what this one is, so let's go ahead and just send this to the graveyard. Okay. Lorien Revealed is fine. Upkeep. Do I do this now? No, I'm not sure if I'm gonna cycle it. I'm not 100% sure. Let's play a land. Just hold up Counterspell this time and then consider cycling Lorien Revealed. I don't really want to, but it depends on if I have anything good to counterspell, I suppose. This deck does take a little while to get going, although they're playing a more aggressive version apparently. I wonder if they're just Boros. That's possible. I haven't really seen that deck before. It seems like it's maybe a Boros Affinity deck, although that's not an artifact land, but this is an artifact land, so that's a little weird. They've got 2 artifacts in play. There's a third, so they've got Metalcraft active. No response to the attack. That's fine. I think I might Island Cycle the Lorien Reveal just because I also have Deep Analysis. Core Skyfisher. They don't... I guess I'll counterspell that, just sort of quell some aggression. Because I didn't really want to Island Cycle anyway. Okay. Draw. Play an island. Looking like a pass. I could I could actually Deem Inferior their clue or their creature. I don't think that's necessary. I'd rather do that on a flyer, I think, although that would give them repeated value, but it just seems too silly to waste this on a Thraben. I'll pass. So I'm again holding up Counterspell, so that's what they're going to be potentially playing around. They currently don't have a land, although let's see if they play it during main phase 2. No blocks. We've gotten 3 hits in with the Thraben. Interesting. Makeshift Munitions. That's slightly problematic. Although we could Deem Inferior and mill it, which is kind of funny. I think I'm going to cycle the Lorien Revealed. We have 3 more in the deck. Let's find an island, get some good draws, make our terrors playable. Yeah, they're not presenting a huge threat right now. This is okay. We've got 4 in the grave. I think it's time to just play a threat. This is Boros. Interesting. So Boros, I think, has a hard time dealing with this. They need land, untapped land into Journey to Nowhere. So I think it's actually worth it to play the Terror here over the Serpent. This will also stop their blocks. It's a slow start. It's a very fair start. I'm playing a turn 4 5/5 Ward 2, which is good, but not great. If they play main deck Red Blast, that would be crazy. And I will just pass. Okay, and they did miss a land that turn, so that's pretty good. Missing lands when they want to be like cracking clues and stuff like that. Let's see if they miss another one. Demand answers. Discarding Electrickery. Okay, that's fine. Nothing I can do. Now they probably get a land. There we go. Okay, it is a tap land, which is nice for me. I gotta imagine that this deck is going to be running Galvanic Blasts, so gotta think about that. Okay, looks good. Here we might actually demand answers on one of their Thrabens, just to keep them off the board a little bit. Or excuse me, Deem Inferior. If we do that, we have 5 in the yard. We could Deep Analysis, Deem Inferior, but not play another creature out. That's a little awkward. Let's play a land for sure. And then I think I'd rather play another threat, to be honest with you. At this point, we're already kind of, let's not make it easy for them to kill this. We're already making it awkward for them with terror. I think I just do this, pay 3, and then move to attackers and swing 5. Let's see if they block. Let's see how much they value their life here. They probably take it, is my guess. They feel like they need to burn me out. Okay, looks right. So we want to be picking up some counter spells. We've got Spell Pierce, which is very nice versus Galv Blast if they drop below 2. Okay, so they get another tap land. Okay. So if they clue into like Galv Blast or something, I'm completely fine with that. Now, of course, we also have to be afraid for every 1 mana that they have, that's essentially 1 damage to my face. We can tax that card. It might be worth it here, is the thing. I think I will. Okay, sounds good. I just want to slow them down. They're going to run into some trouble here. And as they get more and more mana, Spell Pierce is going to be less and less valuable. Okay, so they keep their Thrabins. They've got some blockers. So now we've got 5 in the yard. It can be 6 if we Deep Analysis. So we can Deep Analysis Cryptic Serpent. Let's start by just attacking here. It's actually not so easy for them to kill me with makeshift munitions. For this, they have to sacrifice what? An artifact or creature. Not even all their lands are artifacts, which is problematic for them. Let's go Island. Do I just play a Serpent here? I think I do. It's a blocker, you know. Let's Deep Analysis first, just in case. Always draw your cards first is the thing. And then, yeah, I think I go Shields down. What can they do here? They're up against such a huge threat. They've got these 1/2s. They haven't really started anything yet. They can get in for like 5 damage. Maybe some more. Okay, they can get in for 6 damage. Maybe a little bit more with a Galvanic Blast or something like that, I suppose. I think they've kind of missed their window here. In Boros, it's hard for them to deal with these cards. Like, yeah, they can Journey to Nowhere this, I suppose, which would be good. That would slow me down a little, but not backbreaking for me. So they're thinking hard here. I think they might be considering whether they have the time to crack a clue. Against Boros Synthesizer, this deck might actually play Prismatic Strands, which is something we should look out for. If we're just swinging out and then we like lose to a Prismatic Strands, we don't want to do that. Taking a lot of time to think here. They move to attackers. So I block. They Galblast my Serpent. I'm honestly okay with that, because I think they're winning via burn damage here. Makeshift munitions? Okay, that makes sense. So just ping me. Yeah, I didn't consider that. Okay. Now they've got 4. So they Galblast my face. Okay, sounds good. What else? If they literally have 3 Galvblasts, I do lose. I don't think that's very likely. And they've now dropped below Prismatic Strands, which is nice for me. 1 red. I don't think they're playing a creature. Are they just showing me what they have? They've DC'd. Okay. So they could have 2 more Galvblasts or like Galvblast Lightning Bolt, 2 more burn spells and I lose, but you know, you can't play around quadruple burn spell. So this should be 2-0 for you. Oh, got it. Sometimes chat is bugged. Okay, they say it should be 2-0 for me, but they're not conceding, so we'll stay in. It makes sense that they have trouble against Terror, but in their sideboard, they've got stuff. They've got Journey to Nowhere. I think that's going to be the big one. So in our... what do we want to be sideboarding? Definitely, I think the counterspell for artifacts and enchantments. I can't remember if that's Steel Sabotage or Annul. I think that's Annul. Because a deck like this probably plays Synthesizer. It probably plays it might play Lembas. It might play like I don't know, Carrot Cake. What else do they play? So far I haven't seen any black, so it doesn't seem like it's black, red, white. So probably not Refurbished Familiar, which is interesting. I'm not sure if I should expect Faithless Looting. They might have some graveyard synergy given that they run Demand Answers. They Lightning Bolt, okay. Do they have the last burn spell? Oh my goodness. Is this the ultimate disconnect? Okay, that really scared me. Goodness gracious. I've got it. I just got to swing. So I will just swing out. Here, swing out. Just don't skip combat, and then I should win. Okay, let's sideboard. Okay, let's go ahead and sideboard here. We want to be playing nulls. Is that the artifact or enchantment one? Yes, it is. Looks good. We have so much sideboard into this deck that it's kind of hard. It might mean that I wonder how many blue blasts we play. I think I play like 4 of them. What are they doing in red? They are using Galv Blast, Synthesizer. I don't love the Dispel. I could Murmuring Mystic. I think 6 is enough. I don't want to go overkill. Let's see what I would take out. Against this deck, again, Deem Inferior is mid. I think we've got better counterspells than counterspell. That seems to be like these Deem Inferior and counterspell seem to be like good starting cards that like I can trade out. Like they're nice and flexible, but I can trade out for something with sort of a that's more efficient for game 2. I think Deem Inferior in general is not amazing. It just gets them off the board. Probably that. Let's try it. Let's try it with the 3 blue blast. Here we go. We're both in top 8 already. Yeah. Okay, let's hide. Not a crazy hand. I mean, 5 lands is sort of hard to keep, but Ponder gives us a lot of ability to play through this, so I think I'm actually going to keep it, as weird as that is. I mean, we're hitting our land drops, right? I mean, it's a slow hand for sure. They can Gal Blast my... Okay. They've got the Relic. Got it. So I don't have the counter spell for that. That's fine. I can generally play through Relic. So many lands. At least we won't be drawing that many more, right? It might have been wrong to keep this. I don't know. It feels so bad to mulligan away a flooded hand. I would rather have a flooded hand than a screwed hand any day. Let's see if I blind flip. All the islands are out of my deck, so I'm pretty likely to. Lembas, okay. They're getting their artifacts down before I can find my annuls. Very nice. Okay, can we find like a Spell Pierce? That'd be good. No, don't reveal the Delver. Man, okay. Well, that's fine. We've got Ponder for setup. Let's just start with the Ponder. I can't take any of these, man. That's rough. Yeah, that's really bad. I've got to shuffle. Any order? Okay, that's better. We go island, and then we try to blind flip again. Swing in for 1. Pretty bad start. That's okay. Yeah, so they just do that immediately. Exile Ponder. Move to combat. Swing 1. The thing is, they don't really have me like locked out, because these Delvers are like a threat in and of themselves, even if they keep dealing with my graveyard. Okay, they heal. That's fine. They Glint Hawk the Lembas, probably. Glint Hawk is pretty good here. It blocks my Delvers, or my insects, rather. Oh, are they just cracking the relic? Oh, wait, no, they have a second relic. Very interesting. Okay, that's high on the relics. Yes. Okay, time to, I guess, play a mental note. There's a brainstorm, there's a counter spell. We're going to be drawing with Lorien for sure. Do we swing here just for 3? I think we might. It seems pretty good. Keep them off the board. It doesn't matter. Okay, move into the combat step. Okay, they relic again. Exile this. Move into combat. Plus, this puts one of these in the graveyard so we can exile it instead of something else. Exile it instead of an instant or sorcery. So this is going to be a card advantage game, I think. That's my thought. We might Hydroblast their Golf Blast on my Insect Aberration. Lembas. That's fine. Not much I can do. They're actually getting good card advantage, so if it's card advantage, they might be winning it. Another Glint Hawk, huh? Okay. What do they take back? The Lembas, of course. Yep. They're chaining off here. This is what the deck does. Get rid of the Delver. Get rid of the counterspell. Okay. It's empty. All gone. Alright, we've got another Delver on top. That's quite nice. Do I attack? I might. Island. Did I exile any creatures? I mean, no big creatures. Okay, that's fine. Put these away. Attack. They block? Okay, makes sense. Second main phase. We've played our land, so we'll just play another Delver. It is protected by the Hydroblast, and say go. We're going to probably Lorien next turn. I don't think they have a way around it. Oh, they could Red Blast for sure. So maybe we want to back up the Lorien with a Blue Blast to counter their Red Blast. That's possible. We'll see if we have time. Core Skyfisher. Okay. So they're answering all of my small things, and they're exiling my graveyard to make my big things inefficient. Pretty good game plan. What did they bounce? It wasn't a relic. Okay, Exile Delver, got it. This is all taking a lot of time. And they continue to get more... oh, is the Lembas back in their hand? So they have another Lembas, okay. No, we won't reveal that. What are you doing? Lightning Bolt? Yeah, that's okay. And then I'll just draw 5. Because they went below the Red Blast. Makes sense. Alright, so we gotta get this in Null online. We are almost able to just play our creatures for full cost, which feels really funny. But that might be the play. They're getting stuff, they're doing stuff. Do they have another creature? They have Demand Answers, their Wellspring, makes sense. That's pretty good. I haven't really seen that much before. Because I mostly see Demand Answers in Madness. Swing 2, okay. So we don't have anything proactive to do. That's the problem. We've got the Spell Pierce, we've got the Annul. We're going to be annulling their Lembas and nothing else really. We're hitting our lands. Galv Blast on me. At this point, I think we counter that. I don't know if it's right. This reduces, this gives them a longer clock. And I've got all this mana, nothing to do with it. Okay, that gets exiled, predictably so. Yeah, we're never going to play a discounted creature this game. I think the real problem with it, though, is with Deep Analysis. We won't get value off of Deep Analysis, which sucks. Spell Pierce does nothing here. We probably just pair the Spell Pierce with Murmuring Mystic, I suppose. Okay, they've got the Wellspring. Is there any reason? We'll hold that, I guess. We're using a lot of clock here. They've got a lot of triggers with their relics. Got a Glint Hawk for their Wellspring. Okay. They're chaining stuff. Okay, we just play full cost Serpent here, I guess. Alright, go off Queen. Lightning Bolt me, okay. Okay. No possible play. Just give me a yield. Ichor Wellspring. Yeah, alright, we had a really, really slow hand here. Lightning Bolt. We're not dead per se, but there's not much we can get here. I think actually nothing we can get. I mean like a brainstorm into stuff, I guess, since we have so much mana. Okay, GG. So let's go next. So that tells me that I want to be destroying their artifacts. Steel Sabotage can do that, but wait, can Annul do that? Annul cannot. So give me some number of Steel Sabotage, well, all the ones I've got. I think Murmuring Mystic is pretty nice. It's hard for them to deal with it. So let's take another Murmuring Mystic. We'll take out, I guess, counter spells. I like 3 Blue Blasts. I'm comfortable with that. Take out a Consider, I suppose. Let's go again. We're going first this time. What's our start look like? Okay, I see land into Delver. And then I see Ponder. This looks really good. Keep. I might actually hold up Spell Pierce here, weirdly enough. Let's Spell Pierce. If we can Spell Pierce a Relic, we're in good shape. Or like better shape than we would be against a Relic. Okay, we got it. Nice. It's not going to be that easy. Let's Ponder for another counter. We find a Hydroblast this time. That's not as good. Do I just get a land? Yeah, I think this is fine. I don't think I need to shuffle. Let's go Serpent, Blast, land. Oh, I should have taken Blast first there, I suppose. Okay, so now we are playing a Delver. They're going to get me with the second Relic if they drew it. They probably don't play like 4 Relic in this side. They might play up to 3. 4 Relic is kind of crazy. Oh, and I think actually we're also flipping the Delver. I never even think about that, but it's actually a major concern. Okay. Reveal. Yeah, so that's like a misplay to get it by accident, if that makes sense. Okay, so the next thing is going to be a Cryptic Serpent, which might mean that we Ponder again. So let's move to attackers. Yeah. Play our island. And then let's Delver, Ponder, stack the deck. So put the Serpent back. Oh, we're going to get the island first. So we go Serpent, Deep Analysis, Island. Yeah. And then we hold up the Blue Blast. We played our land. Okay, we're chilling. We get them when they Lightning Bolt or Galv Blast my thing. They can only do one of them. That has to be fine. Yep. Okay. Reveal. Yes. So here, we'll attack. Set them to 11. We could Deep Analysis here. I think we probably should, because we're not doing anything else except just protecting our insects. Okay, got it. So that gives me another land drop or some card draw. So I want to start playing Serpents, I think, next turn, if I can. Let's see what they do here. Do they Relic me? They don't. Okay, they demand answers. That's good. That's slow. Even though they draw 3. I'm still happy about it. So they Galv Blast 1. Okay, and then do they play a Thraben? Or a Glinthawk? Okay, so they have to pick up a land. That's good for me. So here, our Serpents are going to cost 2 after we Island Cycle. So let's do that. Do we do it during the upkeep? I don't think there's a good reason for that. So better yet, we'll Terror and Serpent and then hold up Hydroblast. Seems good to me. Oh, I miscounted. That's fine. In that case, do we just go Serpents? I guess we do. I'm not super afraid of Galv Blast, but maybe I should just take this opportunity to swing with my Insect. It's hard for them to play a lot of blockers. They've got to play some blockers, and they don't have as much interaction. I think I just, I do this, and then it's harder for them to block the 6/5s. We'll swing. And it also weakens their Galvanic Blast. They can still use it on my face, but at this point that's hard for them. We have a Deep Analysis in the yard. Destroy Evil. Okay. That's fine. Lembas. Okay, good. So I'm going to get in for 6. They already hit their land drop this turn. Let's just move to attackers first, I suppose. How much does this cost? This is 2, so we're probably going to Thought Scour in and Terror. We'll do that first. Okay, so let's attack. So we attack, and then we Thought Scour, and then we Terror, and then we Deep Analysis, potentially. Depending on how much mana we have left. I haven't counted yet. Okay, they go down to 5. We play the Terror for 1. We Deep Analysis for 2 before they can exile it. We play a land. We pass. So here they're at 5. They can't take a hit from any one creature, so they have to play 2 blockers here. We have Hydroblast if they try to Red Blast me. Is it worth brainstorming here? No, I don't have anything for Core Skyfisher. Core Skyfisher is fine. Move to end step? Okay, I think I've got it. Let's go ahead and brainstorm, I guess. Just look a little deeper. Put back some islands. We're brainstorm locked, but I think at this point it's fine. I don't know what they can do here for 1 mana. We swing. Alright, GG's. Okay, we made it into top 8 with an undefeated record, and we are about to start our first match versus Ariagorn. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay, here we go. Fingers crossed. I'm happy with my performance so far. I think I've definitely made a couple of misplays, but overall I'm happy with my endurance. Alright, here we go. Let's get started. Good luck, have fun. I rolled a 6. I would like to play first. Okay, so we have not a lot of stuff to do at the beginning, but we have a Spell Pierce. We have a 2 Spell Pierce and a Counter Spell. We've got a Lorien revealed. I think we're pretty likely to draw something to do, so I'm going to keep. This is where my inexperience with the deck comes in. I'm not really sure if I should, but we'll find out. I like 2 lands, or 3 lands. Let's just pass through and either Spell Pierce or Island Cycle. I wonder if I should Island Cycle here, actually. I've got 3 lands. They're probably on Grixis based on that. Let's go ahead and just Island Cycle. We can hold up Counter Spell and Spell Pierce next turn. Okay, there's a Terror. We can start going for that. Pass. We're probably going to draw with our next Lorien revealed is my guess, unless we need to fix a Brainstorm lock. I'm pretty happy to Spell Pierce on like Blood Fountain. Yep. And this, we're using our cards. So they are not really progressing their artifact count very well. Good for me. Here we have, we got a counter spell, and then we can play a Terror or a Serpent on 4. Not the best, but not the worst either. We're kind of choking them out. They might have like some Mirror Enforcers or something stranded in their hand. We put a stop to the Blood Fountain value, which is nice. We're going to counterspell everything we see. Maybe they missed their land drop. They don't, okay. I will just play a Terror and say go. We are still holding up Spell Pierce, potentially. I mean, I know I'm not, but they don't know that. Candy Trail, okay. So they can Frogmite here for free. They're considering their Scry. They Scry 2 top, 0 bottom. Okay, so they've got some nice top decks. So they could consider just cracking the Candy Trail here. They probably have a Deadly Dispute, is my guess, but they don't have anything amazing to sacrifice to the Dispute. They probably don't love to sacrifice the Candy Trail. They could just draw with it during the end step. Maybe that's what they're thinking about. Okay. Next. Play an island. Attack. We just go aggro. Make them have the answer. Play a Cryptic Serpent for 3. Now we hold up Counterspell. Oh, they just sack their Candy Trail, heal 3. Makes sense. Draw their card. They've got some good cards on the top, but they had to lose their artifact, which I'm happy with. They might start missing land drops here because we cut off 2 of their card draw spells with Nile Spellbomb and Ichor Wellspring. They don't, but it's a tap land, so not the worst. Candy Trail, okay. Are they going to go Candy Trail again? I would be pretty happy with that. I've got Deem Inferior for the Mirror Enforcer. Quark Clan Shaman is a problem, but that's always a problem. My turn. Okay. Draw. Double Deem Inferior. So we just swing out. This is a really weird, inefficient start where I'm just pressuring them and choking them out, and it seems to be working pretty well so far. Now I know they can just kind of like spit out their hand pretty soon. So there's that. They're going to have 6 cards at the beginning of the turn. They won't be able to heal out of range of a hit from both of my creatures, which is good for me. Because I can Deem Inferior 1 thing away, 2 things away if I draw a land, and more if I... Also 2 things away if I draw like a mental misstep. What's it called? The mental note? Are they not cracking the Candy Trail? They are. Okay. Makes sense. Deadly Dispute it. Okay, makes sense. So here they... still have 6 cards in play. They also have a treasure. Okay, so 5 artifacts in play. I said 6 cards in play. I don't know why I said that. I meant 6 cards in hand. Okay, Thoughtcast, that's fine. It's a, 1 mana draw 2. I'm saying it's fine, but, it do be fine. Right now, their Mirror Enforcer costs 1 and then 0. Now, of course, Mirror Enforcer is not really amazing here. It is good. It's good, of course, but it's not amazing. Let's see if they play Quark Clan Shaman. Quark Clan would get me. Yep, they play Quark Clan. Okay, gotcha. So I think maybe the move here is just to swing out and not do anything else. Don't Deem Inferior the Quark Clan or anything like that. They could consider just blocking Terror or Serpent. Probably Terror, taking the Serpent hit. Nah, I don't know if that makes sense. Let's just see what happens. Okay. So I think, given that I have Brainstorm, I am going to Deem Inferior the Quark Clan. Ponder Mental Note, not amazing. We probably put back a Deem Inferior and a Mental Note, I suppose. I think I want to dig deeper with Ponder. Okay, let's Deem Inferior the Quark Clan. Oh no, of course the Ponder is going to see the things that I just shuffled away, which is a little bit annoying. Can they use the effect and sacrifice it? I guess they can, right? That's very interesting. They're going to draw off of it with Deadly Dispute, and they're going to clear the board. Of course, they do lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they go down to 2 lands. I hope to ponder into a creature here. But they get a treasure token back from the Deadly Dispute. Yep. Now here's some card draw would be pretty nice. Like Deep Analysis would be pretty nice. Another creature would be fine. We did kind of mess up on the Ponder thing. That's okay. I think Mental Note is somewhere in there so we can like mill some stuff. Okay. It's fine. Now let's Ponder. I like Terror. I think I go put the Deem Inferior on bottom, then Mental Note, then Terror. They're going to have a hard time with this Terror. Don't use the ability. Okay, I'm out of stuff. Got it. They're going to have a hard time rebuilding, though, because they can't really play more Mirror Enforcers and stuff. Their Refurbished Familiar, though, will still draw them a card, which is very good against me, because that represents a blocker and another look. They have a land, okay. So 4 artifacts in play. Yep, there's a Familiar. That's kind of what I thought. We're top decking Mental Note, which is passable. We're going to Mental Note before anything else in case we pick up another Deem Inferior from it. Okay. So they will double block into my Terror here, I think. This is where I really want, like, Lorien revealed. Let's see. I mill a Deem Inferior and a Terror. I'm going to hold this island in hand. Do I let them double block? And they can Blood Fountain and stuff. They're not really removing this. By making them double block, though, it makes it harder for them to play another Mirror Enforcer. This is their second one. I think I swing. They want to spend their creatures to, like, sacrifice to Deadly Dispute and stuff like that. Alright, opponent. You can kill my Terror. Yep. Both go down. That's fine. So they were able to get through my pretty slow start. I put on a lot of pressure, but not enough. And Krark Clan was very nice. Here we really need to get some card draw. Brainstorm would help. Lorien Revealed would obviously help. Deep Analysis would help. We have a lot of potential top decks here. We could also cantrip into one of those. Have we played 2 Ponder now? We might have. We've only played 1 Ponder, so we could Ponder. We could... Ooh, they have the Spell Bomb. That's really good. That's a really good top deck for them. It needs to be a card draw spell. If they just crack it here, then we can kind of rebuild. If they hold it, then it presents additional problems for us because if we Deep Analysis, they cut off the second half of it. So they use it here, makes sense. So they just cycle it. So main deck Spell Bomb is a problem. Now we do have a lot of artifact hate in the sideboard, but let's try to win game 1, you know? Right now, they are behind in mana, but ahead in everything else. Okay. So they're going to be citing more graveyard hate if they've got it, although I don't know if they will. They've got some in the main deck. And we're going to be citing a lot of artifact hate. So game 2 is going to look very different from game 1. We do find a Terror. That's nice. I just play it for the full cost. I tap out. Matches up well. Here we go. 5-5. What are you going to do? Funnily enough, they can't really ping it down with makeshift munitions or anything like that, but they just got to put a blocker in front of it. Of course, Blood Fountain is kind of backbreaking here because they're going to start outvaluing us, and value is the way that we're trying to kind of get back into the game, but I guess what I'm trying to say is they can like Blood Fountain into like multiple Mirror Enforcer or something like that. That presents issues. 2 mana, so Cast Down? Oh, they main deck Cast Down. Very interesting. So what have we seen so far? We've seen Cast Down, Thought Cast. Thought Cast is instant speed or sorcery speed? That's sorcery. So Cast Down, Deadly Dispute. I think we want Dispels in this matchup. And I think I'm also going to bring in Blue Blasts to fight the Red Blasts. They don't play a land. Okay. Now what that did is that bought me a turn at least. They had to spend their whole turn doing this. Doing that, we hold this for later. Drawing a lot of lands. That's not really what we need to see. In the exile, we have just a single Lorien revealed. No deep analysis. They get a land. That's fine. They might not have a lot of gas here. We're sort of holding up a counterspell here. Some sort of card draw spell. 3 mana. Kenku Artificer. Okay, that's going to be a big problem. That might seal it for them. I mean, it's definitely going to put a clock on me. It's hard for me to deal with that card. Now, if I put down a big creature, maybe they can't really swing with it, and we're just going to stare at each other. Then maybe they won't really have any more removal, stuff like that. But this, paired with makeshift munitions, is going to kill me in probably about 3 turns, is my guess. So I need something good. That's not good. We play Island. We hold up the other card, make them think it's, I don't know, a counterspell. I'm playing the island there just because if we're going to be going Lorien Revealed, we're going to need mana to do stuff after that. Do they have more gas here? They've got the Mirror Enforcer. That's trouble, for sure. And I would have counterspelled that, so I think they know this is just a dead card. Let's just try to kind of play quickly, get through this match, see if there's any chance we can turn it around. I mean, this deck has a lot of kind of a runner-runner, if that makes sense. Next turn, am I dead? They've got 8 plus 5? 13? I think I'm dead next turn. Maybe, yeah, I'm pretty likely dead next turn. Got the Cryptic Serpent. That's not going to be good enough, but let's just play it. Let's see if they have the Counterspell or the Steel Sabotage. They don't. Okay, so this blocks here. I take 4. I'm pretty sure I'm dead, but we'll keep playing. I'm not kidding anyone at this point. How did I float that mana? I don't have anything in my hand. It doesn't matter. So they play a tap land. Or maybe they swing all. I don't know. So what they can do here is they can... If I block Mirror Enforcer... Okay. They're going to keep it simple. I was going to say if I block Mirror Enforcer, then they can kill my Serpent by sacking, like, the Artificer or a Treasure or something like that. Anything good? Alright, nothing. Let's concede. Let's give ourselves time to pull it out. Okay, so this is what the sideboard is built for. Definitely give me a Nulls, Steel Sabotage. I think Dispel is better than Blast, but we probably want some number of Blasts as well. Which is better? I think probably Hydroblast is my guess. So side in 10, we'll take out some normal counterspells, I think. Although counterspell is the only thing that I have for Kenku, but if they... I don't know. I think that Deem Inferior is mid. We'll take out at least 2 counterspell. We'll take out a Consider. We'll take out a Ponder. We'll take out 4 more things. Maybe 2 Spell Pierce. I want to keep my cantrips to keep looking through the deck. I want to start the game on an Annul or a Steel Sabotage. I'm going first, which is nice. Take out 2 more. Murmuring Mystic? They've got Cast down, but if I can protect the Murmuring Mystic, they're going to have trouble for sure. That's always true. I like 1 in this deck. Take out a... This is tough. I think I might take out a Milling Cantrip because they still have Graveyard Hate. I guess I'll take out my last Spell Pierce. They have to play around it, even if I don't have it in the deck. And then I'll take out a single Mental Note, I guess. I don't know if this is correct. We'll try it. I think these cards are all better than those cards in this matchup. I think the main consideration was whether I should take out more copies of Counterspell. Okay, let's go first. We've got an island into a Steel Sabotage. I like that. And then I can Lorien Reveal during the end step. I will keep. Okay. Pass through upkeep. Play an island. Pass. Now my initial game plan to just sort of like ice them out of everything kind of worked. Game 1. Here maybe I should save the Steel Sabotages for the Graveyard Hate stuff. So I can start resolving my creatures and make them sizable. I want a Lorien Revealed here if I can. I don't think I'm going to have a really itchy trigger finger on the Steel Sabotage. Like, I wouldn't sabotage like a Chromatic Star, I think. Okay, they're not even going to make it a consideration. That's very helpful for me. Let's just Island Cycle. Let's pay the 1. Take an island. Nice. So now I can play my island. Awesome. We've got another Serpent. We're holding up Counterspell here, or Steel Sabotage and Mental Note, or Steel Sabotage and Lorien Revealed, something like that. We will just say okay. So here I think I will counter the Spell Bomb. Although I don't know if that was ever a consideration to not do. 1 black. If it's a Blood Fountain, I think we don't touch it. Alright, we counter the Spell Bomb. So they do have a Red Blast. That's unfortunate. Okay. There we go. Okay. We have to Island Cycle during the end step regardless. Maybe let's fill up our graveyard, intelligently, slowly, So Island Cycle, and then maybe they will feel like they have to crack the Nile Spellbomb right away. But I think they're going to be counting. Play an island. Pass. It's one Pyroblast down. Okay. We've got Counterspell. We've got another Lorien Revealed. When we Ion Cycle this Lorien Revealed, they're going to be tempted to use the Spell Bomb. Familiar, huh? Do I Counterspell a Familiar? Okay, what would I discard? I'm just going to do it. I don't know. It might not be right. We'll put more things in the yard and make them want to Spell Bomb. Reduce their artifact count. So here they can Blood Fountain into Enforcer. Let's do this. Let's see if they immediately exile. They probably should. Or during my upkeep, something like that. Okay, pass through the upkeep. Nice. We just play a Serpent. Very good. Good for me. And if they panic, exile now, it's too late. That's okay. They missed their upkeep window. It's pretty greedy for them. They might have just made a mistake. Okay, let's pass. They burn a mana. Pretty good. Blood Fountain. Let's Mental Note here. See if we pick up an Annul or a Steel Sabotage. Nope, but we milled one. Okay. Go. We can fight a Red Blast here, which is nice. They have 5 artifacts. Mirror Enforcer costs 2. Acre Wellspring, fine. Did they hit their land yet this turn? I'm not sure. They might have missed a land last turn or something like that. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good. End step. Alright, so this costs 4 right now, which is actually not a very awkward number. I can play an island, hold up Hydroblast for the Cryptic Serpent. Let's just attack first. They can currently get back a Familiar with Blood Fountain, but nothing else, although they can pitch something with a Blood token. We're currently holding up Hydroblast. Oh, well, they can't do anything. They take the damage. Okay. We'll play an island, and then just play a Cryptic Serpent for 4. Hydroblast backup. Pretty low on stuff, though. So they could, Thoughtcast would be very good for them, but they currently don't have a blue source, which is very good for me. They've missed a land drop, which I'm happy to see, because they kept the exile stuff. Makes sense. So if they tap their bridge... Okay, can't do anything about that. Do you have another? 5 cards in hand. That's a lot of cards. So they're probably going to want a Reckoner's Bargain. Their Mirror Enforcer is my guess. Stopping at the end of combat. That's interesting. So we'd probably get in with a creature here. They can cast down, I suppose. If they cast down, then we don't. Deep Analysis. Very nice. To be honest, I think I do it. This is a pretty nice card. Let's attack first. Actually, no, we shouldn't attack first. We might want to fight something with like a D-spell. Like fight the Reckoner's Bargain. Okay, we got a Deem Inferior. Pretty good. Here we can Deem Inferior. They Reckoner's Bargain. They go up to 21. We attack for 12. They go down to 9. It's okay. They're showing me that they want it, that they're able to put that in the graveyard. I mean, they also kind of want to sack their Wellspring. It's weird here. I think I will... Let's attempt it. I mean, it pushes more damage. It's a good time to Deem Inferior. If they don't want to sack this, then it doesn't go in the graveyard. So, that's pretty good. Is it called Reckoner's Bargain, the 2-mana heal thing? Yeah, Reckoner's Bargain. Okay, makes sense. So they fizzle my card. It's okay. We swing for 12, put them down to 9. But unfortunately, we have no interaction. Oh, they're not actually able to Blood Fountain very easily. It might be feasible, but not going to be easy for them. Blood Fountain into, like, Mirror Enforcer refurbished is so strong. But we've got some refill here. Deep Analysis is in the grave. I think we're favored, even though they've got 7 cards in hand. They can have Cast Down for both of my creatures, and then that would be a problem. It kind of sets me back. I've got to redevelop, and then I'm not pushing damage. So removal, I think, would be the best thing for them to do here. Let's see. They're able to crack the Blood Fountain here, but not to do anything with it, because they just played that land. Sack the Wellspring? Okay. So currently they are on 3 mana. They draw 3 cards. So no Fountain shenanigans here. Okay. I think I discard, like, the Mental Note, because I've got Deep Analysis. No, I don't want to use it. No, I should discard Delver of Secrets. This thing is going to be... It's not going to be very high impact. Okay, so they've got a Mirror Enforcer, got it. That's their second one. So they can double block here, and then they can Blood Fountain them back and play them out? That's kind of a problem. What do they do here? Are they going to crack their blood token to cycle something? Are they going to use a red blast on one of my creatures? They've got some very good options for sure. They could play another Refurbished Familiar, which is pretty strong. Okay, so it's a 2-mana play. Probably... Oh, cast down. Makes sense. Do it now. Okay. Another Cryptic Serpent. That's pretty interesting. Let's start with a deep analysis. Let's hit our lands. Annul. Annul's very good. We can counter one of the things that come back after they Blood Fountain. So is this... That costs 3. That's unfortunate. In that case, I think, do I Mental Note looking for a land? It's better to Brainstorm looking for a land, and then I can Mental Note during the upkeep. Okay, we find a land. We want to put away maybe one... I think I want both lands. No, not really. I want action. So let's put away one land, one Hydro, I guess. And then we island Cryptic Serpent. Let's wait on that. Let's swing first. So they double block. They currently have... They will have 5 artifacts in play? Or do they just chump? They just chump. Okay, I'm fine with that. That's good. Cryptic Serpent. Pay 2. And then I have the Annul. Okay. Seems good. I've got some counter magic up. I've got some cantrips. I've got gas. I have to play fast. I'm going to have like 6 minutes to play the last game. Are they using Blood Fountain now? They could use it later, I guess. Maybe they have to use it now or else it's too slow. We've got all our hopes and dreams right now on the Annul. But it really is about clock. So I'm going to, focus on winning fast enough here. Krark Clan. That's a problem. Okay. So are they going to Krark Clan on the defense? That would make sense. I want Counterspell for the Kenku. So I can just kill this. And then what do? They sack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've got 2 lands. They're not going to be able to Blood Fountain anytime soon. Do I just do that now? There's no reason, because I'm still going to force it if I just attack, right? Let's attack. They could like double block or something like that, just take 6. I don't think they're going to do that. Okay, interesting. Are they going to Krark? Are they going to cast down one of them and just Krark Clan Shaman once? Just sacking a blood token? I could see that. Okay. Oh, so they don't even have to use it yet? Okay. Makes sense. They're considering it. They move to damage? Okay. With that said, let's go ahead and... I'm going to pass. I'm not going to overthink it. I have to play faster. If I can get ahead on clock, then maybe that's the way to win. Doesn't feel amazing, but it might be the play. We annul you, because it survives the Krark Clan sweep. We allow that. Thoughtcast, okay. Do I counterspell just to choke them out? Yeah. They don't have another blue source here. They have another Blood Fountain, okay. Let's Mental Note, try to find an Annul. Or a Steel Sabotage. We mill Island Murmuring Mystic. We can't dispel that, only on an instant, okay. So here they're going to Blood Fountain, get a bunch of value back. Makes sense. Here, is it my time to Hydroblast? It might be. They don't get a ton of value out of it. Let's force it. In fact, I should have done it while Blood Fountain was on the stack, so they couldn't just sacrifice the blood tokens. Okay, they let it through. That's good. Now they're going to really redevelop, and that's going to be a problem for me. Let's just swing. Okay. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. They discard what? Discards Drossforge Bridge. Okay. Keep passing priority. So they just get back double Mirror Enforcer here. Yep, makes sense. And then we are prepared to fight their Deadly Dispute, or their Reckoner's Bargain. Can't do anything about that. Okay, got a top deck like Lorien revealed, something like that. They're gonna do it. Okay. Goodbye stuff. Behold, my stuff. It's all gone. Play a Delver. Offer the double trade. We gotta whittle them down. We gotta, like, chunk through the Blood Fountain is the thing. Oh, but we're not even killing both. That's a bad trade. I misunderstood. For some reason, I thought I would kill both of their creatures. Maybe I should... No, I can't concede because I will lose the match. That might be all she wrote, boys and girls. I got grinded out by the Grixis. I think now they take, like, refurb. And... Oh, they're taking, like, double refurb. Makes sense. Take out my last pathetic cards. Discard here. Yep. Swing 4. Discard what? Discard a bridge? Okay. Play another one? Oh my goodness. It's not looking good. Can't block that. Yes. We'll reveal. And I will play it. Send it back. Bottom, okay. I think I just lose this. I think it's too slow at this point. Do I block the flying creatures? I think I block the flying creatures because they represent more unblockable damage over time. I take 6. Move to blockers. Block. We can't even do a lot off of a Lorien Revealed or like a Deep Analysis because it's kind of hard for us to cast the Deep Analysis twice. And the Lorien Revealed is, do they have Kenku? Do they have, what are they? Oh, they just played that. Okay, we play a Terror. It's not going to do much. You block the Mirror Enforcer. It's that simple. They cast down. Deadly Dispute, okay. You can do whatever you want. You've got all the stuff. Keep acting. Just in case somehow this gets drawn out 4.5 minutes. Okay, that's probably the death knell. That's going to kill me in 2 turns. Kinda. 2. Because they swing 5 with that right now. We just block the Mirror Enforcer. If they even swing with it, they probably don't. Yep. Okay, nice. Do you have the Galv Blast to seal it now? Okay, that's going to seal it. Alright, all in all, a pretty good day. We went 4-1 at the end of the day and just lost in top 8 to one of the best decks in the format, so you can't be too mad about that. We'll concede. GG! Alright, and gamers, that'll do it. That is my performance today at the free community tournament. Congratulations to Ariagorn. Best of luck in the top 8 and all the other players, and that's me signing off.